Hi, I'm Eugene Strite. I'm a creative, passionate business leader who inspires greatness in others. I'll talk to you today about the opportunities of advancement. You know, many times I think as young people, or we get in a rut of just having a job, for example. And then a lot of people don't think they can do anything more than that because either they don't have an education, or perhaps they don't have any money, or whatever your escape route is when you get into a pressure situation. So many times what happens is we get opportunities that are meant for us to grow. They're meant for us to take advantage of. But we look at our insecurities, we look at our issues, and we fail to move on when really it's the opportunity that's fit for us. So if you look at your checkbook, for example, when an opportunity comes, you're going to miss the chance to actually get in. Because it's not about money. Money's simply a tool. And so it's not about how much money you have or how much money you don't have, but more or less it's about you being willing to step into an opportunity. Or the other thing that is some of my, where my struggles are, is in the area of education. I graduated from high school, but on the other hand, I didn't have a college degree, so sometimes you get up with this excuse as, well, I'm not sure I know what to do. But my experience started when I was 22 years old, when my father-in-law came and asked me, you want an opportunity to get in business? He had asked some other ones, but they had all turned him down. And I said, well, I don't know much. And he said, well, I can't offer you much. But maybe together we could do a business and it would grow, and we'll just, he had been in business for many, many years. So he had some experience of business, but never one that was very successful. And I came along without any business experience. I had a farming background, but I went ahead and we agreed to go into this business together. And it was amazing, because what happened was, even though I didn't have experience, I had creative thoughts. I had the ability to think and plan a future. And the thing I love about business is that it awakens creative things within you. You're able to go and do things you haven't done before. You learn how to manage people. Being in business is really more about leadership than money or skill set. It's about being able to lead people, to develop ideas, to enlarge possibilities. And so we got into business with his wisdom, and really it was his wisdom that many times kept me from failing or making bad decisions. On the other hand, what I brought to the table was enthusiasm, and everything was a possibility. So when we combined our giftings, it turned out to be a great thing. We built a great company, and then he later passed on, and the company really grew. And so I think that many times where we get hung up is we don't know how. And really what we need to do is just step right into the opportunity and allow the wisdom or the experience that's inside of us to come to the forefront. Because many times those things are never tapped until we're actually put in a place where they need to be drawn out of our life. And so when the demand is there, you will find that what's inside of you are solutions that you never knew you had, because there was never demand for that. And so if you look at what you have before you start to do something, you're never going to do it. So that's why I used the quote I came up with: never look at what you have to determine what you're to do, but determine what you're to do and simply start with what you have. And that could be in finances, that could be in education, that could be in whatever you're lacking. If you'll just go ahead and step into the situation, you'll find that you have the solutions inside of you to answer many of the problems. And the other thing we have in society is many, many gifted lawyers, accountants, and things that will assist us. In other words, no man's an island to himself. You need a team to be successful. And so find out who's a good team. They don't have to be in the business with you, but they must be able to input into you the things that you're lacking. So you can do it. You just need other people to help assist you in what you want to do. Because inside Because inside of us are certain keys and things that have been deposited in us through learning, books we've read, experiences we had. And until they're drawn out, we never get to see or never get to experience all that we have or all of what we could do. Instead, we look just at what we have on the surface, and there's more in us than that. Just want to thank you again for checking out my blog site and for listening to this little talk I gave. You can follow me on Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn. You can always go to EugeneStrite.com